Welcome to English Teacher Training course. We are starting our lesson 3. This is very important. We are going to discuss how to improve your vocabulary. It's not easy. It's very important. And let's discuss this. Let's start this, and I'm sure you will understand how you can improve your vocabulary. Passionate about learning a new language. The most important thing that you require for language learning is you need to be passionate. You are, you need to be interested. If you are not interested, if you are not passionate, you cannot learn a language. This is very, very important that if you want to learn a language, you should understand that you need to be motivated, you need to be passionate, you need to learn it at any cost. You should have in your mind that I will give some time, I will spare some time, I will reserve this, and I will work on learning new language. It's like a skill. Therefore, you need to be passionate. If you're not passionate, unfortunately, then it's very difficult for you if you are not, passionate about it. Consistency is another important thing. Consistency, being consistent is, is sort of like a hub of is a backbone of language learning. Therefore, it's important that you practice, and you practice every day. If you don't practice, if you're not consistent, then you cannot revise things, you cannot learn those things, because unless if you are you're not a native speaker, that's another important thing. You are living and you're not living in a native country. If you are living in England, and if you are not consistent, that's not a problem. If you come out, you will have lots of hearing. You will have you will have speakers, English speakers, come across English speaker who can speak English with you. But if you are in Pakistan or in any other country where the main language is not English, where some other language is spoken, therefore you need to be consistent. You need to practice. You need to give like 3-4 hours to practice. You need to spare some time to practice, to be consistent, so that you will have a revision, you will have practice, and this way you consolidate your learning. And motivation is on top of that. Again, passionate, consistency, and motivation all help each other. This is something important. Both consistency and motivation, these are something like, again, if you are interested, if you are passionate, if you are motivated, you practice this, you will never lose heart. You will continue practicing that, though it is not easy. You will continue learning any other language with motivation, with passion, and with your consistency. These 3 things are really, really important for everything. If you want to learn whatever the subject you choose, whatever the language you choose, these being passionate, being consistent and motivated, you need to start your journey. You need to learn new skill, new language. This is very, very important. Conscious effort, on top of all these, your interest, your passion, your motivation, this exercise that you are working on is specially designed to improve your vocabulary. This is very important to understand that this is a conscious effort. This is not something like you are doing haphazardly, or but in a situation when you are a language learner, you need to improve your language, then you need dedicatedly an hour or 2 hours, reserve 2 hours to focus on your vocabulary, to do reading or to do listening. But most important thing is during your exercise, during your listening, during your if you're speaking, during your writing, during your any exercise you are doing. But the most important thing is you need to stay focused, so that you understand that you are improving your vocabulary. This is extremely important. While reading, highlight or underline new words, difficult lines, and paragraph. This is very important. Like the way you guys can see that someone read this paragraph. I have pasted the picture for you guys. Therefore, someone made notes, someone underlining the word and underlining, circle those words which are difficult. Therefore, this is a sort of when you read, this should be the style, or this should be the way to be followed. If you want to improve your language, if you want to improve your English, because if you just skip all these things, do not pay attention, do not underline those words, do not circle or highlight these words, then probably again it will not sort of stay in your mind. This is important to understand, that whenever you read any text, or whenever you are listening to any text, or speaking to someone, always spare some time to note down that word. Okay, but with the reading, this is extremely important. When you read, always underline, circle, or highlight any text. That will really sort of a graphic, gives you a impact, or leave a graphical memory in your mind, so that you can later on, it will help you remember as well. And then it will also sort of gives you an idea, gives you a sort of a concept, that you need to understand, you need to focus on this, you need to look up in the dictionary this particular word or this paragraph. You need to reread that. That will help you understand the paragraph. Another most important thing is when you underline everything, circle, highlight your reading, your word, your paragraph. Then the most important thing is look up in the dictionary. Use dictionary, check dictionary, and find that word. Find the meaning of that word. This is extremely important. If you are if you leave that exercise, you do not because for language learning, checking dictionary is another sort of a part of language learning. It is a bit hectic as well to open a dictionary or ask Google to to find out the meaning of any word. But it is very much important for you. It is like a mandatory skill that you need to follow if you want to improve your language. Therefore, look up in the dictionary, check the word, write the meaning, whatever the word you circle, whatever the paragraph you circle, whatever the word you underline or highlight, write the meaning of that word after checking the dictionary. Because otherwise, if you do not write the word, you will forget it. You will not remember the meaning of that word. The key point is check the dictionary. This is like a backbone of learning language. We have a question that what sort of dictionary we should use. Some people recommend, you use Urdu to English, English to Urdu. No, don't use Urdu to English or English to Urdu, because you are not a translator. You are not you're not trying to be becoming a translator. You are not. You are basically a language learner. You need to use English to English dictionary. Okay, and always discourage using Urdu to English dictionary. Always, try avoid using Urdu to English or English to Urdu dictionary. Stay focused. Stay, focus and follow English to English dictionary. There are lots of dictionaries available. Always try to use English to English dictionary. Never use English to Urdu or Urdu to English dictionary. It's in the beginning not easy, but I mean slowly when you practice, when you start, when you look up any word in the dictionary, you will read the whole word. You can you can read their pronunciation. You can read their you can read how to use that word, in a sentence. Therefore, it's a sort of like a combination of 2-3 things. You will once you look up in the dictionary, you will find out 2-3 things. It's not like it's not just a word. You will find out its usage. You will find out meaning of that word, and you will find out the pronunciation of that word. And then when you read the meaning of that word, that will help you understand another word, that will give you another word. Therefore, this is sort of like a chain. One English word helps you learn another English word. This will continue. Therefore, I mean, this is a sort of like a chain reaction. You know, this is like chain together. You know, you are learning English in English. You know, you are not learning in English in Urdu or something like that. These are the dictionaries, popular dictionaries. There are many dictionaries like Oxford Concise Dictionary, Cambridge Dictionary. There are like there's so many dictionaries, you know, but these two dictionaries are extremely popular, extremely helpful. Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary and other one is Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English. These are extremely important. You know, it will give you, again, it will give you pronunciation. It will give you, you know, how to use that word. And most important thing is it will give you how you know, you can use this word. You know, there are like a different usage of any word. Therefore, it will gives you this dictionary, these any dictionary, you know, will give you like a different usage of that word. Therefore, this is very important. You know, you use this is important to, even this is more important if you use a physical, you have a, you are holding a dictionary, you know, on your side. That is extremely important. If you are a language learner, if you are passionate, if you are interested in learning language, motivated, keep a dictionary, buy a dictionary, buy a paperback dictionary. It's very cheap. It's not expensive. You can even you can use an old dictionary. You know, this is not expensive at all, but it is extremely important. If you are, even if you are a teacher teaching English language, ask your students to buy a dictionary, or ask your students to buy a pocket dictionary, ask your students to buy a you know, paperback dictionary, any dictionary, English to English dictionary. Because if they buy, if they have Urdu to English or English to Urdu dictionary, then it will not serve the purpose. It's like sort of like a, they will be diverted from the right direction. They will start becoming like focusing on translation method. Therefore, we are focusing on English learning in English. You know, we are not working on grammar translation method. We are not trying to be a translator. We are learning a new language. Therefore, dictionary is extremely important. Teach your student how to find a word in the dictionary. This is another important, because many students, they don't know, especially in Pakistan, in government schools, children, they even I wonder if they know about dictionary. You know, this is some sort of like a luxury. You know, in more like in Beacon House City School, they always keep dictionary. They always in class, they got like on their table they have dictionary. But I mean, we do not in our government schools, in our suburbs, in villages, people don't know about dictionary. Even I think school has like a one or two dictionary in the whole school library. But the most important thing is tell them, teach them, you know, create an awareness how important it is to have a dictionary. You know, if they don't know, then that means they are missing a vital information. This is very important to tell them, like, look, you know, dictionary is if you want to learn English, whatever is as a subject or as a like whatever, you know, you are working on. Therefore, it's important to have a dictionary. Teach your students to how to find a word in the dictionary. This is extremely important, that you just tell them, like, look, you know, this is an index. You will check the first three letters of of any word, and then, you know, you look up that, you know, that three letters in the dictionary, and then, you know, slowly you will reach you will find your required word, the meaning of your required word. And then again, to repeat this again, you will find pronunciation. Tell them, you will find usage of that word, meaning of that word, and usage of that word. And on top of that, you need to use English to English dictionary. That will help you improve your English as well. Okay, initially it's maybe difficult, but it's very, you know, when they get used to, they will enjoy that. They will see a sharp like, you know, increase in their you know, sort of like, they will understand how they are learning. They have like a, you know, they understand the English very well. Another important thing that we don't know about is thesaurus. You know, thesaurus are synonyms or antonyms. You know, therefore we should have, for any word, once you improve your vocabulary, once you started you know, finding new words, searching new words, then, you know, that stage, when you're building up your vocabulary, that is the stage when you buy a thesaurus, buy an Oxford thesaurus. There are so many thesaurus available. You can go to old bookshop, you can easily buy a thesaurus there. Therefore, thesaurus is giving you synonyms, like the same word, same the meaning of, like the same words, antonyms and opposites, like in Urdu we used to have like antonyms and synonyms. Okay, but this is extremely important that like we have this here, like synonyms of happy is joyful, cheerful, content, pleased, elated. This is important to, you will learn you will learn the meaning, you will learn the similar word. Synonyms are similar words, and then the opposite words of happy is antonyms are sad, unhappy, miserable, depressed, discontent. Similarly, another word we got fast. Synonym of fast is quick, rapid, speedy, swift, hasty. Then we got antonyms. We got slow, sluggish, unhurried, lethargic, delayed. These are like antonyms. And then another word we got strong. Strong, the synonym of strong is powerful, sturdy, robust, mighty, vigorous. And antonyms of strong is weak, fragile, feeble, frail, delicate. Imagine that with only 3 words. With only 3 words, 1, 2, 3, happy, fast, and strong. With only 3 words, you have learned how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. No, one word, happy, fast, strong, giving you 30 words. Imagine this, 30 words. All these words have a specific place. When you speak English, all these words are, made for a place, made for a particular situation. All these joyful, cheerful, content, I am content, I am pleased to tell you I passed this exam. Elated with the, I am elated with the ecstasy, with happiness, Therefore, all these words are made for a particular situation. You will learn this, you will practice that, with dictionary, with the usage, when you read again and again, when you go through these words in your text again and again, then you will understand the meaning of, then you will understand the right context of these words, where you have to use that. Then your brain, your unconscious and your conscious will work on together, and then they will tell you, you need to use this word, or this word is appropriate for this situation. Or then you will say, no, I think unhappy is more, or miserable is more likely that you use word miserable instead of depressed. Okay? All these words, when you go through them again and again, it will help you understand where to use the word, and it will furnish the context for you that you can use this word, and this word is made for this context particularly. Okay, therefore we are talking about thesaurus again, and synonyms and antonyms. Okay, very important. Being an English teacher, you need to understand, you need to tell your students that, look, apart from dictionary, we have thesaurus as well. And what is the use of thesaurus is, one word can give you another 20 more words, similar words, or opposite words of the same word. Therefore, that will help you improve your vocabulary. Now, another important thing, we live, we live with that. That is like we spend like almost like, every day we spend almost 5-6 hours on mobile phone. Therefore, whenever you are reading, whenever you go through any difficult word, or you are going through a paragraph, you can Google that word. You can use Google browser on your mobile phone to search a new word. That is extremely helpful as well. That will give you even pronunciation. That you can, if you play that, click on the pronunciation, it will gives you pronunciation of that word as well. It will give you usage of the word as well. It will give you different usage of that word as well. It will give you, this is sort of extremely good. We don't know exactly if we want to learn a language. Mobile phone is extremely, extremely, extremely helpful. Therefore, always use a Google browser. Enter a new word, and then it will help you. It will help you find pronunciation, meaning of that word, and different usage of that word, and then synonyms and antonyms. There is a whole lot of stuff you will find that, and then it gives you option to screenshot that word. If you take a screenshot, it will stay forever in your phone, or it will stay, or you can keep that screenshot as long as you learn that word. When you learn that word, you can delete it. We have this these are the screenshot, Perfidious. We have it. We can see this this mic there, this speaker there. If you click on the speaker, you can see this speaker. If you click on the speaker, you can play the pronunciation of that word. Then you have the meaning of that word. It is adjective or whatever it is. How to use deceitful and untrustworthy. Perfidious is deceitful and untrustworthy. And then a perfidious lover, okay, a deceitful lover, sort of person who deceive, who's not a person who's not clear, who's not clear. This is important. Treacherous, another similar words are treacherous, duplication, who's fake. Therefore, this is a screenshot I have taken. It's very important. It's very helpful. If you got a mobile phone, you should know how to use that. You should know how to take a screenshot, and that will stay in your phone. And then after, when you are free, you finish your work, when you're free, then go through your vocabulary, go through your screenshot. It will help you learn. It will help you remember that, recall your words, and then this way you will improve your vocabulary. Etiology is another word. I just, the same. You can say it's a speaker there. If you click on that, you can play. You can learn the pronunciation, and then obviously there are meanings. There is everything is there. Your screenshot is extremely, extremely important. Flashcard you can use. You can make like a card. We used to have a card in past. We make cards and keep that, and then we can revise. We can go through those cards after maybe every day, if you can do after, depending on how you can, what is your memory like. If you're good at learning things, if you're good at, this is sort of like a visual, you visualize, you sort of read them, and then it stays in your mind. If you do it in like a couple of times in a week, okay, that will help you learn the word. And in flashcard, again, you can write pronunciation. If any word got a weird pronunciation, that will help you. If you can write the meaning of that word, and then you can write a different usage of that word, or maybe one or two usage. It's not sometimes if one word has like 10 usage, you don't need to learn all 10 usage. You can learn one or two. In the beginning, you can learn one or two usage of that word, and then after that, slowly you will you will improve. You will learn more meaning of that word. Therefore, English to English, not English to Urdu. Or maybe if you're really concerned about that, you can write one Urdu word just to recall that. But you have to give up this. You cannot continue this using Urdu while learning English. This is very, very important. If you use flashcard, make sure that you use it. Those flashcards in English, not in any other language. Vocabulary games are there. There are so many vocabulary games. If you Google that, you will find vocabulary game that will help you. Use this. Learn new word. Use that word like Sudoku. We have this usually in the newspaper. We have seen these squares where they have different vocabulary, the different words hidden. Jumbled or hidden in like in a square boxes. Therefore, you can do that as well. You can do. There are so many other games as well. If you Google that, even if you go to a shop and buy vocabulary games, you can. We used to do hangman as well in our schools, in our class. You can do that for vocabulary games. That will help you remember, recall these words, learn these new words, or in this way you can continue your learning process. You can remember those words and you can improve your vocabulary. Highlight and make notes whenever you are reading any text. This is extremely important. Develop this habit. If you do not have this habit, develop it. It is extremely important for you. When you are reading a text message, reading a book, always on the side of the book write your notes, write the meaning of any word, underline that word and write the meaning of that word. This will help you after going through, after finishing reading that text. Whenever you come back and read that, go through that text, it will help you recall that, it will help you remember that, it will help you prepare for your exam. It's like these short notes are for your reference. You can read, when you read these short notes, you will understand that, oh, this is like whatever in this text, that's what we discuss. Because of with the help of these notes, you can understand your text. It's very easy. Therefore, develop habit. If you do not have this habit, develop this. Tell your students to do that. Even they are when even you are reading Urdu text, historical text, or any science about science or about history, whatever you are reading about, even in Urdu, ask them, tell them to use this, on the side of their readings, on the side of their book, on the side of their text. They can write the meaning of that word. They can write their explanation. They can write they can write whatever concept they are discussing, whatever they understand, or they can even write a question mark that they did not understand this word, and then later on they can go through, or they can find out the meaning of that word, or they can understand, they can revise that concept. This is very, very important to highlight and make notes on the side of your text when you read. On the text, meaning, usage, and explanation for your reference, so that when you go through these notes, you will understand the meaning and their explanation. We discussed already this. When you look up in the dictionary, always read how to use that word in a sentence. This is like if you do not consciously practice that, how to use that word in your sentence, how to use that word when you write, how to use that word when you speak, how to use that word when you are in conversation with someone. This is important. If you consciously practice that, you will understand the usage of that word. This is like a part of language learning or vocabulary learning, or improving your vocabulary. Never memorize any word. I never memorized any word in my life. You wouldn't believe that even some word I learn, I check their meaning maybe 10 times, maybe 20 times, maybe 30 times, and I don't mind that. I enjoy this exercise. I always, when I was learning English, I enjoy this exercise. I practice. I never memorize any word that keep learning that word or learning the meaning of that word. No, I go through that. I write the meaning on the side of the text, highlight that word, and leave it. Then whenever I go through that word again, sometime I remember myself. After like 1 year or 5 years, I read a text and then I find the meaning of the word that I sometime, like in past, I read that word, I underline that word, or I remember the meaning of it, click in my mind after maybe 5 years or after even 10 years, I recall that the meaning of that word. Therefore, this is a very, very important, very useful habit. Do not memorize. This is those people, they encourage you, they ask you, they teach you to memorize word. Do not memorize. Write notes, highlight those words, circle those words, and then you carry on reading. You will go through, you will, these words will come across again and again in front of you. You will read them again and again. Therefore, the best thing is read them extensively, and then it becomes it is part of your unconscious, but slowly your passive vocabulary become active vocabulary. If you practice that, if you read that, your passive vocabulary, whatever is in your mind, words you storing in your mind, will come out, and you will start using those words. You will practicing those words. Therefore, important. The lesson is, do not memorize any word if you want to improve your English. With extensive reading and listening, you will remember words and their meaning. With practice, you will improve your vocabulary. And when you know about the meaning, when you know how to use that word, when you know the pronunciation of the word, then you will have confidence. You feel more confident. You will feel that you are empowered. You are like you are learning. Okay, and that is the best feeling. That will increase your confidence. You will yourself, you will feel better. You feel satisfied that, oh, you've done something, you try, you're working on something, and you achieve it. You feel better after 1 month. You witness improvement. You witness that you are learning. This learning curve is going up. It's not like it doesn't move. It doesn't. Your learning curve is not moving. It's like you feel like it is you are not learning. Okay, therefore, with practice, with the way I told you, you can improve your vocabulary, you can improve your language, and every day you will learn, and it will give you confidence, and you will feel elated. You will feel happy. It's like you feel like you are like you accomplished something in your life. Therefore, important thing is, improving your vocabulary is not to memorize. You don't need to memorize it. You need to practice it. You need to be motivated. You need to be passionate. You need to be work hard. If you do not work hard, you will not improve your language.